All right, Commanders fans, gather around because today we've got another exclusive for you. And this one could be a real game changer for our defense heading into the 2025 season. But before we dive into the meat of today's report, do me a quick favor. Smash that like button to support the channel. We're working hard every day to bring you exclusive, in-depth coverage of everything happening with our Washington Commanders. We're on a mission to get better every week, just like our team is doing out on the field. Your support helps us grow and keeps the burgundy and gold conversation going strong. So hit that like, and if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe so you never miss a beat. There's been buzz building around league circles, and now there's a serious trade. Proposal on the table, one that links the Washington Commanders to Buffalo Bills edge rusher A.J. Epenesa. According to Fox Sports' Ralph Vacchiano, and later echoed by Last Word on Sports' Anthony Palacios, Epenesa has emerged as a potential trade piece, with the Bills having added Joey Bosa in free agency. And guess what? Washington is listed as one of the top landing spots for the $12 million defender. Let me repeat that. The Commanders, in win-now mode and fresh off an NFC Championship appearance, might be lining up to land a proven pass rusher who could immediately fill the void left by Dante Fowler Jr. Last, year's team leader in sacks who departed for Dallas in free agency. You can feel it, right? The pieces are coming together. Let's set the stage. We've already seen what new GM Adam Peters is capable of. He's gone full throttle this offseason, pulling off blockbuster trades for Deebo Samuel and five-time Pro Bowl left tackle Laremy Tunsil. The goal is clear. Maximize Jayden Daniels' rookie contract window and make a deep playoff push right now. But while the offense has been getting most of the love, that edge rushing rotation, it's still a work in progress. Losing Dante Fowler, Jr. left a real hole. He was a high motor guy who brought energy and production. He led the team in sacks and was often our most consistent threat off the edge. While we've got young talent developing and Dan Quinn knows how to scheme pressure, there's no doubt we're missing that extra punch. Enter A.J. Epenesa. He's not just a fill-in. This guy has quietly put together 3 straight seasons with at least 6 sacks. In 2024 alone, his 6 sacks would have ranked 3rd on our team. And when you consider that he wasn't even starting every snap in Buffalo's rotation-heavy defense, it makes his numbers that much more impressive. Epenesa is still just 26 years old. He's in his prime, carries a manageable contract, and brings the type of size, power, and football IQ that would fit perfectly in Dan Quinn's aggressive front. Let's get a little nerdy for a second and look at the analytics. According to Pro Football Focus, Epenesa had one of the highest pass rush win rates among rotational edge defenders last season. He consistently pressures the quarterback, doesn't over-pursue, and holds up well in the run game. He's a complete edge presence. He may not be a household name like TJ Watt or Micah Parsons, but he brings consistent production that any team with Super Bowl aspirations should crave. And in the NFC East, where you're squaring off against elite offensive lines and dual-threat quarterbacks almost every week, you need guys like Epenesa to get home. That's the million-dollar question, right? Most insiders believe the Commanders would only need to part with an early day 3 pick, maybe a 4th rounder, to get Epenesa. That's the kind of low-risk, high-reward move that smart front offices pounce on. Think about it. Washington has already nailed the big splash moves this offseason. Now it's about plugging the few remaining holes and doing it efficiently. With Jayden Daniels looking like the real deal, and with weapons like Terry McLaurin, Deebo Samuel, and a fortified offensive line featuring Laremy Tunsil, we're talking about a team that's this close to a full championship-caliber roster. A trade for Epenesa would be like bolting the final piece onto a souped-up sports car. There's always a catch. As much as Washington fans may be licking their chops at this, rumor, the Bills aren't exactly in a rush to deal Epenesa. Why? Depth.Buffalo may have added Joey Bosa, but he comes with durability concerns. He's missed time every year since 2020. If the Bills are serious about contending in a loaded AFC, where you've got to go through Mahomes, Burrow, and Lamar Jackson, they'll need all the edge depth they can get. So, while Epenesa is technically available, it's far from a guarantee that Buffalo would let him walk. Still, it's a situation worth watching closely, especially with the draft just around the corner. Sometimes, all it takes is the right offer at the right time. And Adam Peters. He's been pushing the right buttons all offseason long. Here's what's really exciting, Commanders fans. This rumor, whether or not it becomes reality, signals that the Washington front office is all in on building a winner. We're talking about a franchise that just 2 years ago looked like it was stuck in the mud. Now, we're sitting at the big boy table. Adam Peters, Dan Quinn, and the entire new regime are moving with urgency. There's no waiting around. No, we'll figure it out later. The mindset is clear. Protect your quarterback, add veteran talent, fix your weaknesses, compete for a Super Bowl. It's a brand new energy in Ashburn, and it's one that's got fans across the DMV dreaming big. It's easy to feel comfortable right now. After all, the Commanders are coming off one of the most electrifying seasons in franchise history. A deep playoff run, a generational rookie quarterback in Jayden Daniels, a revamped culture led by Dan Quinn, and splashy offseason moves from GM Adam Peters that show this team means business. But here's the thing. The NFL doesn't let you rest, and if the Commanders want to stay in the contender conversation, they have to keep improving. Which brings us to the 2025 NFL Draft, and that number 29 overall pick. Now, if you ask most analysts, they'll tell you, Washington's biggest needs are at cornerback, edge rusher, and maybe even running back. And sure, all of those positions are worth considering. But I'm going to make the case today for something a little unexpected, but extremely necessary. The Commanders should take a wide receiver in the first round. Yep, I said it. Even with Deebo Samuel and Terry McLaurin already on the roster. Let's break it down. Jayden Daniels wasn't just good in his rookie season. He was historic. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Nearly took us to the Super Bowl. He changed everything for this franchise. But here's the catch. He won't surprise defenses in year 2. Every defensive coordinator in the league now has a full season of tape on Daniels. His tendencies, his movement, his timing, his pre-snap looks. They've got it all. And that means he's going to face the dreaded sophomore slump trap. Don't take it from me. Take it from an anonymous NFL executive who told The Athletic this. I'm afraid that's the team that's going to have the quarterback hit the sophomore slump. Now you've invested in all these older guys and you're not really building a team anymore. You're just adding pieces. Harsh? Maybe. But fair? Also maybe. The reality is, Daniels needs more help than ever before. And no, that's not a knock on him. It's the truth for every young quarterback. Even Patrick Mahomes had Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill. Joe Burrow had Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Tyler Boyd. C.J. Stroud has Tank Dell and Nico Collins. You want your young quarterback to grow. Surround him with elite weapons. Let's be real. Deebo Samuel was a huge get this offseason. A dynamic playmaker, a yards after catch monster, and a proven difference maker. But he's also 29 years old. He has a long injury history, and he's carrying a massive $17.5 million contract. Is he still an all-pro caliber threat? That remains to be seen. His production hasn't touched 2021 levels in a while. Then there's Terry McLaurin. Steady, reliable, 1,000-yard receiver year after year. But he's due for a contract extension. And the market for top WRs? It's exploding. Bottom line? The Commanders need to start planning for the future at wide receiver. They need a young, elite talent to grow with Daniels. A player who can eventually take over as WR1 if things change with Deebo or Terry. And more importantly, a player who can make an impact right now. This year's wide receiver class, it's stacked. And that's exactly why Adam Peters can't pass up this opportunity. Let's look at some names that could be available at number 29, Luther Burden III, Missouri. A physical hybrid weapon who reminds scouts of, you guessed it, Deebo Samuel. Great after the catch, versatile, and explosive in space. Perfect insurance if Deebo goes down or starts to decline. Emeka Egbuka, Ohio State. A pure slot receiver with elite route running and soft hands. Think of him as Jaden Daniels' best friend on third down. He would fit like a glove in this offense as a reliable safety valve. Matthew Golden, Texas. A true burner. This kid can take the top off any defense. His speed, paired with Daniels' arm strength? That's fireworks waiting to happen. Teteroa McMillan, Arizona. 6'4", 219 pounds. A physical mismatch with red zone dominance written all over him. Gives Daniels a massive catch radius and a safety blanket in tight spaces. The Commanders currently don't have anyone quite like Golden or McMillan. These guys would bring entirely new dimensions to the offense. So now I've got to kick it over to you, the heart and soul of the Commanders fan base. What do you think about the possibility of trading for AJ Epinesa? Is he the missing piece for our defensive front? Would you give up a 4th-round pick to get him in burgundy and gold? Or do you think we should keep building through the draft and let the young guys develop? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear your takes. And if you made it this far, you already know what to do. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss an update. We've got more exclusive Commanders content dropping every week as we head toward the draft, minicamps, and the 2025 season. Thanks for riding with us. This team's got something special brewing, and we're going to be with you every step of the way. Let's go, Commanders fans. Burgundy and gold all day. Until next time, stay locked in, stay loyal, and as always, hail to the Commanders.